They captured the Infinity Stone of the Club World Cup champions when they beat Chelsea in a convincing fashion in the second half. Then they went yesterday. Everybody said, oh, cool, 15 wins in a row. The Bundesliga isn't as strong as it used to be in the last couple of years. Oh, what are you going to do, Bayern Munich? You can destroy Pavos, you can destroy Club Brugge, but what are you going to do away to the Champions League winners of last season? Well, Bayern Munich took their Infinity Stone and now have the Infinity Stone of the Club World Cup champions and the Champions League winners. What more do you want to see? Do you want to see them go away to Arsenal the next couple weeks in their next match in the Champions League and win there? But I think it's safe to say right now that this Bayern Munich team are the real deal. And the football they play is just mesmerizing to watch. And the individual skill that is at hand of so many players within this team and the coaching from Vincent Kompany, I'm marveling at this Bayern Munich team. I'm really enjoying the way they're playing. And I think I talked about this last week when I did my Bayern Munich video. Look, guys, we got back-to-back weeks of Bayern Munich videos. But I just really want to specify on how important yesterday was. A statement victory. Because Bayern Munich haven't had a statement victory for the last couple of years. Look, remember last season? What did they do? What was their statement victory? Oh, beating Celtic in the playoff round? Maybe it was beating Bayer Leverkusen in a convincing fashion over those two games. But this was a convincing and statement victory because PSG, you could say they haven't been the best this season. They haven't been the Champions League winners of last season so far this year, but they are still the Champions League winners. They still got a fully fit squad. Most of the players started yesterday, except Dembele had to come off, 23rd minute after he scored that offside goal, and clearly he was injured. I don't know why Luis Enrique played him, but Bayern Munich had to be tested. And they had to show to, casual football fans that, oh, it's cool. Let's see what you can do. I mean, they passed the test with flying colors. And I just want to specify only the first half because the second half was basically defensively a masterclass in some aspects. Yes, they had to withstand the pressure that PSG applied on them, but most of the PSG chances were at the edge of the box. Vitinha collecting the ball at the edge of the box, taking a shot, or trying to combine the play. Kvara, very poor so far this season. So I think Bayern Munich really handled, after going down to 10 men, phenomenally well. And this is one key aspect about this Bayern Munich team. They are a cohesive unit right now. All of the players. There is something about this Bayern Munich team when you look at them and you're like, wow, these guys are the real deal. I mean, look at these sort of players that they had yesterday on there. I mean, I have to highlight Manuel Neuer first off because this guy's the GOAT. GOAT, if you want to call him that. No matter what criticism he's received in the last 2 years, maybe most notably in that semifinal against Real Madrid where people were saying, oh, the GOAT is washed. What are you going to do? For me, he is the GOAT goalkeeper of all time. You can put your Oliver Kahns, your Iker Casillas, your Yashins, your Van der Sars, your Peter Schmeichels, your Courtois, Alisson. This is the GOAT goalkeeper. He is just so phenomenal, even at his age. What is he now? 39 years old, commanding. Still an elite shot stopper, sweeper keeper, whatever you want to call him. I mean, Manuel Neuer is just phenomenal. Even at his age, now retired from the German national team, Julian Nagelsmann might need to make a call and just say, hey, bro, I need you. I desperately need you right here. But he was great yesterday. Did he have to make any outstanding saves? Maybe that one-on-one chance. I can't remember which PSG player tried to chip him, but excellent save from him. That's always been a hallmark of Manuel Neuer. Strong hand to keep the ball from going into the back of the net. But Stanisic was great. I mean, Konrad Laimer, I highlighted it last week. I don't know what this man has eaten over the summer, but holy cow, his work rate off the ball, his understanding of the game. Konrad Laimer has been phenomenal this season. If we're doing a team of the season of all of Europe, Konrad Laimer is the starting right back. Yeah, he is. Yeah, you could put Jurrien Timber there. You could put whoever. Konrad Laimer has been the best right back this entire season, and it's outstanding to watch him play. Jonathan Tah, got to give it to him. Yesterday, really good performance. Same with Upamecano. Upamecano, I don't know if they have it here, the heat map of Upamecano. I don't think they do, but no, they don't, which is a shame. But ground duels, 2 out of 4. Aerial duels, 2 out of 2. Distance covered, 11.4 kilometers. Man, he did a Cooper test yesterday against PSG because he was all over the field. At one sequence, Upamecano was pressing in PSG's own box. The center back was doing that. I mean, it was outstanding the way Upamecano was reading the game. And obviously, it's heavily reliant on Vincent Kompany's tactics of he just wanted to do man-to-man pressing. If there's any open guy, you take the man, you press him. It's kind of suicidal in a way, but if you're structured well, kind of similar to Barcelona. Barcelona really have like kamikaze pressing, and their defensive high line doesn't really work. If their pressing doesn't work, they're going to get exposed. Bayern Munich are sort of the same thing, but because their pressing is so well structured, every player knows when to press. There's like whichever player receives the ball from the opposition, they know exactly when to press, who to press, and that's down to Vincent Kompany and his coaching. But Upamecano was the prime example yesterday of just winning your duels. Every single action in the middle of the park, Upamecano was winning it, especially in the first half. The second half was a bit more, defending your own box and see what you can do. But I think Upamecano, everybody was talking about Maguire last couple of years. I think that narrative has changed in the last 2 seasons. I said it last season. I think Upamecano has been really good. And yesterday, and I think throughout this season so far, he is Upa Beckenbauer. Outstanding center back, still 27 years old. And you can now just see there's a bit more maturity about him. Kimmich, Pavlovic, I think they did really well. But the front four, this is the Bayern Munich team. And this is exactly like a Bayern Munich team that I saw in the early 2010s with a Mandzukic or Mario Gomez to obviously Ribéry, Robin, and then Thomas Muller. This front four are outstanding. And you could probably say that Olise didn't have his best game yesterday. Harry Kane didn't get a goal, but was still so influential overall in the game. I mean, outstanding from the front four. Serge Gnabry, 30 years old. Some uncollusion is going on with Bayern Munich. He was a disaster the last couple of years. An absolute disaster. Now, does that stem from maybe the disorganization within the Bayern Munich overall starting 11, the organization, the club? Possibly, because Thomas Tuchel was a disaster. Julian Nagelsmann, I think he did pretty well, but Serge Gnabry didn't help himself with overall his fitness, his overall play. It wasn't good, but this season, Serge Gnabry has been outstanding. That layoff he gave to Olise to get the first goal, obviously Olise missed the chance, and then obviously Lucho pounced on it. Serge Gnabry's playmaking and in the number 10 role, stupidly good. And if this is happening from Serge Gnabry this season, what do you think Jamal Musiala is going to look like when he returns to this team in full action at 100%? Oh, it's going to be scary hours for the opposition. But Serge Gnabry, he only played the first half, obviously, because then he had to be taken off for tactical reasons with the 10 men down. I think he was outstanding again yesterday. Lucho, who had a very interesting night. Obviously, the red card on Hakimi. I'm going to be honest. I thought it was a bit harsh, but maybe looking back on it, I was maybe deluded. Maybe I drank the Alex Jones coffee or something. Initially, I didn't think it was a red card because I don't think Lucho was trying to hurt Hakimi. It's just one of those late tackles that I always see in football where he just wants to take the man down and prevent a counterattack on the team. The only problem was Hakimi's left leg was just kind of left behind into Lucho. Lucho then kind of just slipped and he landed right on the ankle, and just hopefully Hakimi's okay. And, Lucho's not trying to hurt the guy. There's no doubt about it. And it's just unfortunate circumstances. But anyways, forget about the red card, which definitely was the changing point in the game. Lucho, que jugador, man. Que jugador. This is my baller, man. Mi jugador, because so much criticism on him. And I highlighted this when Lucho signed for Bayern Munich. I said he has been so heavily criticized from Liverpool fans. Mainly, I'm not going to talk about Anfield goers who people go to Anfield, but mostly from YouTube people and pundits and all that sort of stuff where, Lucho, sell him. He's missing all these chances. What does he bring to this team? Look, Lucho's going to miss chances, right? But Lucho gets those opportunities because he's relentless. His off-ball work rate, his ability to drive with the ball. And we saw that yesterday. His off-ball work rate was outstanding. To get the second goal, press Marquinhos, make it frustrating for him, win the ball, elite finish. The first goal, great finish by him as well, even though Marquinhos tried to block it off the line. But Lucho, the way he plays, it's just South American, man. It's just that Colombian vibe about it. He's probably listened to Karol G before he goes onto the field. Maybe add some Ryan Castro out there. And he just plays with such elegance. That's the way I like to describe Lucho, is that he plays with elegance, and he's added such a different dimension to this Bayern Munich team, because look at what they had last season or the last 2 seasons, people. Kingsley Coman, who could barely stay fit and offer nothing to the team, and then you had Leroy Sané, who was a disaster. They tried to bring in Zaragoza, and Zaragoza right now with Celta Vigo is not good enough. Iracunda, I think he should have been given a more of an opportunity at Bayern Munich, but now he's doing quite well with Watford. And there was a lot of criticism about, okay, you're paying 75 million for Lucho, which I still think they overpaid for him, but I think he's been outstanding for him because he just has that sort of drive about him and that sort of tenacity, and that, you know what, people doubted me when I left Liverpool. I'm going to show them what they're missing, and maybe some Liverpool fans are regretting it. Maybe all those guys on YouTube or pundits that were all criticizing Lucho, they've gone quiet about him because he's been outstanding. He got the 2 goals yesterday, and unfortunately, he got the red card, and now he's going to miss the Arsenal game. But this Bayern Munich performance for me is just a statement victory, and now they are the real deal. They are the real deal, people. They are, for me, second, third favorite for the UCL, alongside an Arsenal, alongside a PSG, alongside, you can add a Barcelona, Real Madrid, Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Inter, all of these teams. Bayern Munich are up there because they have a cohesive unit right now. You saw at the end of the game where they have to really just dig deep and defend and defend. And I think that's now a real trait that Vincent Kompany has brought to this team, because Bayern Munich, there was no connection with the manager the last couple of years. And I think we could see it with the players. But now there's a bond again, like it was with Hansi Flick, like there was with Jupp Heynckes, like there was with Pep Guardiola. There's a real bond between now the manager and the players. And the players are now willing to do anything to get the victory. And to start a season, 16 victories in a row. Mind you, 16 of it's hard enough to get 5 wins in a row. I mean, the guy who's doing the haircut challenge with Manchester United, this guy would just be bald supporting Bayern Munich. He might have to shave his pubes because he said, I'll shave when Manchester United win 5 games in a row. What would he do if Bayern Munich won 16 in a row? He'd probably shave his eyebrows as well. It's a ridiculous feat what Bayern Munich are doing right now. Now, the question will be, can they do it? Can they withstand this the entire season? Why not? Why not? They have the players. They have the manager. They have the experienced players like a Neuer, to a Jonathan Tah, to a Joshua Kimmich, to Harry Kane. They got the perfect blend of youngsters mixed in with the experience, like the Lennart Kahl as well, developing into this team. I would be very, very excited if I was a Bayern Munich fan and saying, we can do this. We can win the DFB Pokal. We can win the Bundesliga. And we can win the Champions League. Because that performance they put up yesterday, going through the adversity, going to a hostile environment like Paris, and getting a victory like that, where they absolutely outplayed PSG in that first half. It was men against boys. It could have been 4-0 with some of the chances that Bayern Munich were missing. But they went 2-1. They withstood the pressure. Maybe that feels even better that, okay, we were down to 10 men the entire second half. We withstood the onslaught that PSG were trying to throw at us, and we still got the victory. And I think that's going to build even more confidence for these Bayern Munich players. Now they got another test going away to Arsenal, who just cannot concede right now. That's going to be the real sort of Superman versus Batman battle that we want to see in football. And let me know your thoughts, people. Are Bayern Munich now a top 2, a top 3, or the best team right now in football? Remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We're closing in on 30K. I'm trying to get to 40K by the end of the year. And to follow me on all the socials, Instagram, Twitter, join the Discord, all those links, description down below. But have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time, adios.